Hi friends, today we're going to talk about shadows. And Esther and I are outside today because it's a beautiful, bright, sunshiny day. And I was thinking about all the different ways that light is created. And one of the ways that light is created is by the sunshine. Can you think of other ways that light is created? Esther, can you think of any ways that the light is created?
Flashlights.
Flashlights, yes. What else?
Light bulbs.
Light bulbs or lamps, yes, in our houses. What about a campfire? Have you ever been to a campfire where you can see the light from the fire? Those are all good sources of light. And when we have sources of light, it makes shadows. So Esther, come join me and we're going to make some shadows on the ground right here. Look at our shadows on the driveway. I can wave. We can make our shadows do a crazy move. We can make our shadows stretch. And I was thinking about shadows and wondering what makes a shadow. Well, I'm going to tell you what makes a shadow. When we have a great big light, and today our light is the what? What's up above me?
Sun.
The sunshine, yes. So today we're standing in front of our light. And so the light can't get through me. And so that is what causes the shadow on the ground. So anytime we block the light, it makes a shadow. So Esther and I have come into the bathroom. Isn't that kind of silly? And we're going to talk a little bit more about shadows because sometimes the sunshine is not out. In fact, you may be watching this on a day that it's raining. But that doesn't mean that shadows can't happen because shadows are created by light. So I have my really cool flashlight. It's actually Esther's. And we're going to do some fun things in the bathroom with shadows. Now, a shadow is created when something blocks the light. And light always travels in a straight line. So here's my light. And it travels in a straight line. And when something gets in the way, it makes a shadow. Something gets in the way. And our shadows can change size depending on where the light is and how far away the light is. And we're going to turn the light off so that you can see the shadows. So while I was thinking about these shadows, I was thinking about one of my very favorite Easter books. And this book, the illustrator uses special shadow puppets to tell the story. There's Jesus on the donkey. See all these shadows? There's a shadow of a squirrel in a tree. There's a shadow with a lady with a pot on the top of her head. Here's the shadow of a rooster. This book was made using shadows. Pretty cool. Well, then I got to thinking, maybe we could tell a story with shadows too. And I got to thinking of one of my very favorite books, and maybe you have this book at your house. Do you have Brown Bear at your house? Well, Mrs. Gilliam decided I would cut out some pictures from my computer. There's Brown Bear, and there's the red bird. Here's Yellow Duck and Green Frog. And I'm going to show you how you could make shadows at your house. Girls, Esther and I have turned the light off and we're using our flashlight in the bathroom. And here's our wall that I've put a piece of white paper on. And I'm going to show you what happens when we use the Brown Bear shadow puppets. Brown Bear, what do you see? Do you remember who he saw? He saw the red bird looking at me. Red bird, what do you see? He saw the yellow duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? He saw the green frog looking at me. Now look at the green frog's shadow on the white paper. We can change the shadow by changing the flashlight. We can move the shadow around. We can make the shadow shorter. We can make the shadow taller. We can make the shadow longer. So maybe you can have some fun telling stories with shadows at your house. You could even make shadows with your fingers and tell a story. You could have a dog talking. Look at my silly dog shadow. Have fun.
Okay, so it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've put a teddy bear and a truck and a baby doll on my deck with a piece of paper in front of them, and I'm going to trace around their shadows. Okay, so you can see my little marker that I used. I traced around the shadow, just like when we made those shadows at school at Christmas time. There's the shadow of the truck, and there's the shadow of the teddy bear. I'm going to move the teddy bear so you can see how I've drawn his shadow, and then I'll put him back. And we're going to check back in a little bit and see if the shadows change. Okay, it's been 2 hours, and look what happened to the teddy bear's shadow. It went right off the paper and onto my deck. And look at the baby doll. It's Fancy Nancy. Her shadow got long and skinny and went right off the edge of the paper. There's the little truck. See where his shadow is different from the black line that I drew before? All right, I'm going to draw the lines with a different colored pen so you can see the difference. The black line is the shadow that I took of the truck at 3 o'clock, and the pink line is the shadow that I just took. Here's the teddy bear. His shadow went right off the edge of the paper. The black line is from 3 o'clock, and the pink line is from 5 o'clock, and most of his shadow's not even on the paper anymore. And most of Fancy Nancy's shadow went off the paper too. Here she is. Here's Fancy Nancy. And here's her shadows. The black line is from earlier, and the pink one went right off the edge of the paper. Hi boys and girls, this is Esther, and she's going to show us how we can trace around our shadows outside. She has a piece of chalk, and she's going to trace Mrs. Gilliam's shadow. Here we go. It just so happens to be a beautiful sunshiny day, so this works. Here's my head and my hair. It's kind of blowing in the wind. She's going to go around my fingers. You can have your moms or dads trace around your fingers too. Or maybe you can even get a brother or sister to help you. All right, we'll check back later. Thank you.